Welcome to the spin. We are without Mr. Spin today, but we have some special guests coming on, Mr. Bryson Del Monte of Sentinel Training, and we'll see if C. Beaver shows up. He was near explosives today, so he may in fact be deceased, but we'll see.
Did he die?
Yeah, could maybe. He did text me, so he's got his hands left for sure. This is probably the most I've ever prepped for a show without Spin.
Good.
Your host voice sounds very confident.
Yeah, I feel a little bit better. I'm not as confident about viewer comments. John, did you get in the comments and
I don't look
carrying the shit today?
I look at the comments about 12 hours after we post the show, and then I never look at it ever again.
Bryson,
I love seeing the comments after I'm on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so polarizing. I don't even know why.
Do you I don't never go check the Sentinel. There's Caleb now. What up?
Oh my god, hi.
I don't
go ahead, Tyler.
I don't ever check the Sentinel comments. Or are you just talking about Sevon's comments?
Yeah, like when I'm on Sevon's or like Shut Up and Scribble.
You'll pull those up.
Yeah.
Do you get in there and throw punches?
Sometimes. Honestly, I respond to people more when it's like a show that I wasn't on. Like, on Spin last week, I was about to argue with someone defending John in the comments, and I had this whole thing typed up, and I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing this right now, and then I deleted it. But I don't remember what it was about.
You know what? Actually, fuck John. He can
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
We have one comment, and I'm glad Bryson's here for this comment. Actually,
that's it. We have one comment.
Well, we can go through some others, but this one I'd like to start off with. It should get us off started pretty hot. Michelle Van Kazaa 1456. I agree with Tyler here. If we never innovated the movements, we wouldn't have butterfly pull-ups or butterfly chest bar. If you aren't good enough to do the butterfly ring muscle-ups, more power to you. Or if you are good enough to do the butterfly ring muscle-ups, more power to you. Bryson, This comes about due to the overhead lunge debacle. Bryson and I got into this.
You are so dumb about.
I'm willing to be unfucked about it. I
am going to cap this conversation at 3 minutes because this is not a Shut Up and Scribble show, and we're not talking about movement for 40 minutes.
I wasn't nearly as passionate about it as I was arguing with you. When you get revved up, I'm like, all right, time to get revved up. Why am I wrong? So my theory is that if you can touch them together, you're more flexible overhead and you're strong in that position. And my underlying argument is that we want to be as flexible as possible while remaining strong. And that's part of like the tenets of CrossFit.
That's not what the comment was either, though. I'm interested. I would.
Well, it all plays into that, though.
Like we would never get butterfly pull-ups if we didn't allow for people to figure out how to do it the fastest way.
Yeah, I do think that is completely separate from this thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, unfuck me, and then we'll talk about the ring.
Okay. Well, you're wrong because it doesn't take more mobility to touch the dumbbells together. It's not a more flexible position. It's not like you're so mobile, you can touch the dumbbells together. That's so cool. That's not a thing. People with bad shoulder mobility get bailed out by being able to hold the dumbbells together. What you're saying, that we should reward the people who are more flexible because it's one of the 10 general physical skills, I 100% agree with. And the way to reward them is to not let people hold the dumbbells together, because then the people with good mobility are in a more passive position here because they have really good mobility, and the worse mobility you have, the less you can get into that position and becomes a more active position. So it's exponentially harder for people with bad mobility. As soon as you let people hold the dumbbells together, it doesn't matter if your elbows are bent. If you just crunch them together here, it's still way easier than being able to just hold a good overhead position.
And I don't know if it's to Bryson's point or not, but I'm very mobile in my shoulder, and I've never thought about the dumbbells touching or not touching. I just did what was natural, and they were never close to touching.
Right.
Caleb, can you touch the dumbbells?
Fuck no, dude. I'm the guy that does this. I'm freaking
Yeah, but you
monkey
could
arms
touch them
harder.
together if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could.
You might not be able to get your arm straight. Yeah,
exactly. This is not helpful to me at all.
I would love for Ricky to do this workout, allowing him to touch the dumbbells together to see if he's faster or not.
Yeah.
I guess I never considered that people might touch them like this. I was like, there's no fucking way I would do that.
If you touch them together, and then your mobility isn't as big of a factor.
Right. What about the innovation of the ring muscle ups? Or movement?
I think that specific example is dumb.
We were talking about grid when that came about, and then it kind of like morphed into that. We weren't like petitioning for that to be a thing.
I think there's a place for letting people just figure it out. Like, hey, it's literally just point A, point B, and you can do it however you want. There's definitely a place for that, and probably most of the time that should be the case. But on things like a ring muscle up, if you compare a butterfly ring muscle up to a normal gymnastics tape ring muscle up, it looks so bad, and it's just not as.
I would argue even the best people do the butterfly ring muscle up, but flip up into a handstand.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only people I've seen do it really is probably Alex Smith, and he's really good at them, but he looks way better to just watch him do normal ring muscle ups. And to a certain extent, like, yeah, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's also the same kind of argument with like the double under crossovers. It's like, hey, I get why this is a test of fitness because of accuracy and all that stuff, but this isn't. It just looks too dumb. We could probably do it in better ways. And I think it's a gimmick. Yeah, it's just kind of gimmicky. And I think with the ring muscle specifically, that example is when the standards should be held that way, that you are not allowed to do butterfly just because it keeps it from looking gimmicky.
Now, something like the ring handstand push-up, I think they got away from that the second that workout was ruined by the inconsistency of judging, because they like left it in the hands of the judges, and people do look the exact same. They were getting no reps on some, and some reps counted. And then I think they were like, "This is too gimmicky. We're never doing it again." On something like that, I don't think that's a bad movement, but it should just be rings touch the shoulders, and then arms are locked or bodies locked in a line. It doesn't matter how you get there, and then you're good to go.
I like that.
I mean, I don't disagree that if they do it again, that should be the standard.
But I don't think they have done it again because there was such a inconsistency with it.
Yeah, but it'd also be like doing a push-up. Like you could just say, hey, push-ups, you need to keep your chest to the ground, straight arms to the top. You need to keep your body locked, like straight line. Like I don't know. Maybe
end with your body locked. Like that's, you know what I mean? You don't have to have it locked the whole time. It has to be locked.
Because you're going to worm those push-ups eventually.
Dude, everybody's worming the handstand push-ups. I'm telling you, like everybody.
Yeah.
If you've ever, they're one of the weirdest movements I've ever done is ring handstand push-ups for sure. And you end up worming those 100% of the time. Those also feel like dumb movement. I'm going to move on from viewer comments.
You find one comment and that was it. That was a wrap. that was...
Listen, I spent all my time prepping for CrossFit confessionals. It was a lot of people had a lot of things to confess today that really were very surprising. And so I didn't dig into the comments all too much.
Okay.
Maybe some of these comments are good. 3 minutes up. Thank you, Seema, for keeping track. Also, Travis.
Oh, man. Okay. Everybody's done with that conversation. What's bad is I feel like I drew that conversation out longer than
you're like, hey, 3 minutes, guys.
Shut Up and Scribble 9 a.m. tomorrow. Go watch that if you want to.
I don't know how they're going to block Bryson while he's actually on the screen. It's going to be difficult. I'd like to give you a wrench just to see, but the problem is I don't know where Spin hides the wrenches. And Caleb,
You don't know where the wrenches are?
I don't know where they hide them.
They're really hard to find.
If you don't know where they are, I don't know
It
if
is
I'm supposed to tell you.
very difficult to find the wrenches.
Well,
We haven't added or subtracted from our wrench population in a very long time.
Avery, that's clean laundry behind me, except for this thing is really stinky.
that dog,
This is the only dirty
that
thing
rat
on that chair.
How is it people get wrenches? Because Standy has a wrench now, and can somebody in the who has a wrench give out wrenches?
No,
you have to be an administrator. All right, you want to move on to our workout?
Yeah.
One
So
of us.
Now, I think, can you play this at like 2 times speed?
I can. Yeah.
That way,
I
we're
think,
not just sitting here.
Did you guys
watching
time cap yourselves?
Both of us sitting around.
So yes.
So Bryson, I would like to caveat mine. Not you're gonna be blown away by my lunges. They're beautiful, but
I would think that of you. I would expect your lunges to be good.
Yeah. Okay. This is good. So I knew Tyler's score before we did this because Tyler literally did 1 round and that was it.
No, that's not true.
And so like I beat that in like 5 minutes, and then I'm like, dude, this workout sucks. And then I was helping people in the middle of it because 3:30 to 4:30 class was transitioning. I was very not in this workout. Now I don't think I would have finished it, but I think I would have been really, really, really close to finishing it.
See, I didn't think this workout sucked at all. I thought this was the only one that was like enjoyable. Like even while you're doing it, I was like, oh, this is just this. It's like how hard it is to hold the dumbbells overhead, and when you get to a point where you can't anymore, you just put them down for a second, and then
so look here. You see me? I'm about to I'm waiting for me to walk out of the screen. A new person showed up, and this is open gym right now, but I'm running open gym, and like open gym, everybody just does their own workout.
I can't believe we're playing this.
As a new person.
Yeah, like a new
man,
person.
John.
Yeah,
Good
and
man.
like
I would be mad at you if you didn't go confront.
I had to go over and be like, "Hey, this is open gym. Regular classes at 4:30. If you just kind of want to hang around, that's cool."
But how about you go fuck off? I'm trying to work out.
No, and so
yeah.
I spend like 2 minutes in the middle of this just talking to this guy, and then I continue on with my work because the whole thing. I'm just trying to beat Tyler here, and I knew he couldn't do this workout.
Damn, dropping the dumbbells from overhead like that. All right.
So
that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, you ain't seen shit.
Dude, Tyler does he does like a 4-3-2-2 on the last 10 or something.
I cannot tell you how difficult these were for me. You're already on the GHD.
No, dude, and I promise you, like I'm going so slow, like because this isn't a.
Did you break the GHDs?
Oh yeah, This isn't a breather workout, Bryson. We're taking our time the whole time.
Dude, I finished one of my round of lunges, and Andy and some other people for the gym were there watching us, and it was getting deep in the workout, and I like front racked them and then kind of dropped them on the floor. And I like looked over Andy's direction. I was going to apologize.
I'm walking all the way now. I'm talking to this guy. And I mean, I
got a chance. I can catch up.
It's a minute, man. Like it's I don't come back to these dumbbells for a minute. Like,
did Andy scream at you, Bryson?
No, he didn't even care. Like when we're doing stuff like that, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I did that in just like a random day, he'd definitely say something. But if he looked at me when I did it, I was going to apologize to him mid-workout. So like, sorry. But
so even though John took 2 large breaks, we're now matched where we are, and I needed every bit of the rest that I took.
Well, so I love workouts like these. You have to be literally one of the fittest people in the world to make it fitness. And then for everybody else, it's like just your ability to do the movement. It's such a hard movement to do. And I typically do well. And like, I go talk to this guy again. I typically do well in workouts like that relative to people who are my same fitness, just because I can do everything. I'm just, not fit, but I don't have to use my lungs much here in this workout.
What happened? I didn't touch
I've never done dual dumbbells overhead lunges with 70s before.
Tyler's going through
this
it
workout,
right now, man.
I'm struggling. Are you laughing at me, Caleb?
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry.
And so
just the utter implosion. You're just
I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, because when you get through 10, like you're doing it without any breaks.
Yeah.
I think like the 10 to 2 goes so fast. I think I'd be around like 6 or 4. Like if I took this like super serious, like I'm like this is my best effort.
Like when the time expired, you mean?
Yeah. I'd be time capped around round 6 or 4.
So you did finish?
Bryson did. I didn't finish.
Yeah, I was like 17:41.
Yeah.
I swear I'm not touching anything. Why is it doing that?
I think I could have. This is obviously like, it's easy to say, oh, I could have worked on anything and done better. But this is something that I wish I would have. I know I don't overhead lunge enough, but it's just because I don't like to do it, which is my own fault. But I've never done it with 70s before. So I was kind of just like figuring it out as the workout went. And I started to feel, and the reps descend, but I was starting to feel like better and better as it went. And I was like, okay, even when it does start to hurt and feel like you're going to fail, you still have a couple more steps. I was like figuring that out as the workout went along.
Did you see me just lose my shit?
Hey, Judy, the only reason anybody's watching this right now is because of Muscle Mommy running up and down the fucking.
That's probably fair.
I'm going to tell her to read these comments. She's going to love this.
She's been running a long time.
She's freaking going, dude.
What round is Tyler in?
I'm still in the 18, or what did it start with? 20? I'm in the 18.
Oh my God. Oh, you're mad.
Jesus.
You're so mad.
I kept getting in the bottom of the lunge and then coming out and my arms would just deflate. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
There you go. See? Told you. Jesus, dude.
And then I have to just sit here and look at these stupid freaking dumbbells the whole time.
That's so sad.
Dude,
just demoralizing.
Dude, we're doing this hard workout. All that's anybody can talk about.
Yeah, why does it even? Why look at working out? Nobody cares.
That's fair, Caleb. You try to work out.
I'm not gonna put it on the internet because I suck too.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's not Summer Taylor.
The dumbbells hurt me. That's
her name is Candace.
Candace nuts in your mouth.
That was a reach a little.
Yeah, I was.
Guys, I was so happy.
It's a family show. Okay.
When I got back,
you shouldn't have invited me.
Y'all gotta get it together a little bit. Bryson's been good.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I got you.
How many rounds is John ahead of me at this point? This is my second set of GHG sit-ups. Is this your third?
I think just 2.
Just 2 rounds. I really wanted to get through the 16 just so that I could because after that point, it starts to get way easier every single round.
Oh, I'm so fat. I can't wait to What
are you gonna do? Are you gonna cut?
Huh?
I've never even seen abs like that, and you're saying you're fat,
dude. I'm gonna go on a mean cycling month. And
what are you gonna do?
Diana Ball?
You gonna start 24-hour fasting or some shit?
I'm gonna do something.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta wait till grid's over. But I don't like being this big.
Why not, dude? You don't do CrossFit anymore. You might as well get on the juice.
I understand. No, I'm not. Stop it, Tyler. That's not. No.
Are Tyler's GHG?
What do you mean?
Standard?
I think that's shit.
I've only seen one set, so
that was dirty.
We got 5 more minutes. I think I do one more set of GHDs. I got to chalk up.
You chalked up for these dumbbells.
I needed some white encouragement, man. Some powdered encouragement.
This is so good.
It's okay. I'm almost positive my rests are twice as long as yours. I just do
more
10 lunges at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not doing that much work, you don't need to break that long.
I think it was here I started to realize. I don't know if you guys recognize with this at all, but there are times where I'm I focus on one body part, and then I start to move better. So it's put your head in your hands. 3 minutes of GHDs and 17 minutes of lunge. Yeah, basically.
Woof.
Once I started to
head in your
focus on what
hand.
once I started to think like, what are my hands doing? Then it started to get easier.
Stop thinking about the rest of it.
Yeah. I just focused on what, like, making sure my arms were in a
Like
good
this
position.
point
Are those
right
Walmart
here.
specials, John?
Maybe this point right here, I'm like, I don't need to do more. Like, I'm just like, I was so unmotivated to go hard on this workout.
This was the one, like the first one, I was like, oh, at least I can like really try on this workout. I can do decent. This one, I was like, I feel like an idiot. All right, here we go. GHCs. I'm sitting on the back
Wow,
of
that was
that.
pretty close, man.
I don't know,
Close
dude.
counts, dude.
I can't see your fucking ass cheeks. You should be able to see your ass cheeks.
Well, by Sevon standard, it's belly button to the bottom of the cleft of your butt cheek, so it's fine.
Oh, then I'm fucking straight,
good.
dude.
I don't know.
I think I'm fine.
I'd give
watch
it a
me,
needs
watch
review.
me, Justin
No.
Medeiros these last GHD.
Last set.
Oh yeah.
What number are you on?
You
here,
get
John?
to GHDs.
Yeah.
Bro, get out of the way.
You
Fucking
didn't run
good.
the entire workout. Wait,
John's
we're
just
at
going
extra
longer.
innings here. What the hell?
I'm
Hey,
gonna get some GHCs, dude.
I went off my clock. My clock.
Was it your fucking internal clock? You're
no,
like,
I told Henry to tell me when. That's funny though. I did get 2 GHCs.
Well, Henry fucked up.
How did you do, Bryson? What'd you get?
I owe 1741 or maybe 1742.
Was this one of your better ones?
No.
It was in the
My
middle.
best one was the back squat muscle up one.
Speaking of which,
My
you're
best
about
one.
to
My best
qualify
one is Isabel.
your potential backfill for Syndicate.
I don't think so. I'm like 7 spots out of eligible people for Syndicate.
Well, I know 2 that will not be there.
I think.
Well,
I think
we know a couple that won't be there, but we've already factored them all out because we did all the math to see if Grant Griffin was going to make it, and he's going to be a couple spots in. It looks like. So now Mason Griffin and Grant Griffin are both going to be there.
relation. Are they of any relation?
They're brothers, yeah.
That's kinda cool.
Handsome Mason from Kill Taylor and his brother.
Wow.
All right.
You're gonna be
The moment everybody's been waiting for. The moment John's been waiting for ridiculously
Put a lot of thought into this, man.
is
I hope you put more thought in this one than you did the last one because I watched that this morning and I was appalled.
the
You
games.
watched you watched the last mountain this morning
dude.
to prepare.
Yeah, I did. I was driving a lot today, okay, and so I spent some time preparing.
All right, John.
Hold on. I want to.
We got to get in the zone.
No.
What a stupid fucking comment.
All right, John. What does this mean?
I'm
Can
not
you
going
be
to say it was
trusted?
stupid, but no, I will not be.
It's fucking retarded.
What's this Michael Scott ass looking picture here?
This is this mountain's version of base camp. Okay, these are people who we thought you were good, and now you're like not good. What's going on, man? You know, can you be trusted?
All right.
So
Well,
this
tell
is
me-
like you could be on the mountain at some point, but not right now.
Yeah. Yep.
You're shaky on the mountain. You're a little green.
I'm a little green.
Still got to acclimatize altitude sickness a little bit.
What was the thought going into making this mountain? Set me up.
What do you mean? What is the thought?
Well, you just did a mountain, and
Tyler doesn't understand the mountain, so he needs to like.
No one
explain to him
understands
every
the
time.
mountain.
Equally as confused about the mountain.
I'm not confused. I fucking get it. I'm dialed in.
all right.
Thank you, Bryson.
We're only halfway through.
It's a forging of what is going to happen at the games in 2025. But now, where you are placed on the mountain, it's not a power ranking. Where you are placed on it has to do with history, but it's not. It's like 20% history. It's like 50% of who has done the best this year. And then it's got 30% on vibes. Or and when I say vibes, I mean what I think is going to happen. And
by vibes, you mean this?
It's like who's in form.
No, usually when I have an inkling something is going to happen, typically I'm right about it. I'm not every time, but a lot of times I'm right when I have a feeling something's going to happen.
Did you guys ever? Have any of you guys ever played FIFA?
Yeah.
No.
It's like the team of the week, but the time domain is a lot bigger than the week. If anyone in the comments played FIFA and doesn't understand FIFA or doesn't understand the mountain,
thank you.
That'll explain
that explanation.
I just meant the Europeans out there that are going to understand the mountain now.
I just meant, John, we're only halfway through semifinals, not even halfway through semifinals, and you're wanting to redo the mountain already.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do the mountain before Tia retired because I thought that she was going to retire, and I did not have her at the top. And then Spin refused, and I didn't get to have that moment. But that's okay.
Got it. Next up, can you be trusted? John, go.
All right. I think Tutor Magda is pretty self-explanatory. He's amazing online. He's never done anything in person. He's one of the best at double unders, and he can't do 50 singles in a row. Tutor has so many gifts, he's got tricks is the wrong word, but he's very, very good in a lot of different areas, home run ability. And either he sketches up his reps or he just execution error. Something always kind of happens to Tutor. I think people have talked about Tutor for a long time, and he's never really shown what people think he can be. Enrico Zanoni came out of nowhere. Nobody had him picked for the top 11 in the men, and he did it. He has been in the games before. He had a couple home run events, and everything else he was kind of trash. So can we trust that he's actually this fit? We will see at the games. I'm going to bet no, but that's why he's here and he's not in the mountain. Jonakowski, I mean, are you going to make the games again, man? He missed it last year. He is in the front row seat of missing it this year, right? And just barely. He barely missed it at Wadland, and he's barely missed it on the online thing. Now he's got World Fitness Project. He's not doing French Throwdown. Jonakowski's last bet is either NorCal gives him an invite or last chance qualifier. Am I wrong on that?
No, yeah, you're right.
Bill Leahy, I think everybody understands why he's here except for Andrew. And maybe Bill, but I think Bill, there he is. I didn't even see that comment, and I said that. I think even Bill would understand why he's here. And honestly, it's a compliment because what Bryson said is correct. These are people that could be on the mountain, but we can't trust them to be there quite yet. And I'm not going to give Bill unearned flowers. And he's a guy that we think has a lot of potential that has not really came through in the big moments when they matter the most. Annika Greer, first time making the games. I don't want to rain on her parade. I am not going to put Annika Greer on the mountain. One, because she can't run to the base of the mountain. Okay? So I'm happy for her.
I can't believe she's even on this list.
I just know. Well, dude, is this
the vibes part you're talking about?
Me and JR talked about this. She is a little like Tutor Magda. She has home run ability in a couple different things where she will make noise at the games. There's going to be a couple events at the games where she makes noise.
I agree.
But I don't think she's all around that fit because she's so bad at one of the most important things to be good at in the world of fitness, and that is aerobic capacity.
But John, they ran shuttle runs.
That's cool, Tyler. On to Mirjam von Rohr. Online queen.
Next.
Online queen. You win the Open, you win quarterfinals, and then you win the Open again. And now semifinals is online. This is what you do, girl. This is the way to get to the games for you. And you still can't do it. If she wins the Open a third time, I don't really want to talk about her because she's proven that all she is an open athlete. And I hate that we have open athletes. I hate that with a passion.
Should be the same people winning the Open who win
100%
and semifinals.
But if the Open is going to be how it's going to be and Mirham is the best of those workouts, I don't care. She's not making the games until she makes it. I don't want to talk about her until she makes it. Same with Annika Greer, but Annika Greer freaking made it. So we have to give her a little flowers.
And hey, this is the thing too. I don't know if you agree with this, John, but I'm maybe projecting this onto you. I think that when everyone was complaining about the team workouts having running, wherever, sending people to the games, you need to test running. And if they had just had the balls to do that in the individual semifinals and Annika Greer was in the same spot that she was now, I think that she'd be on the mountain.
I'd agree.
If workout 5 was 800-meter run instead of 1,000-meter row, and she's in 5th still, mountain.
She'd be on the bottom row of the mountain. You're absolutely right. You're not projecting at all. You're right.
I know this mountain, dude.
Well, wait till we get up there. Brooke Wells, you can't be an 8-time CrossFit Games athlete and not know how to do burpees, especially if you're freaking online and you know you're going to be judged.
Did you make
everybody
this before the burpees or after the burpees?
Yes,
I did it after the burpees, after the online semifinals.
So why is she still on this list?
Because you can't be an 8-time CrossFit Games athlete, and I don't know if she's 8 times, 7 times, doesn't work, perennial CrossFit Games athlete, and not know how to do burpees.
That's what
on
I'm saying.
Online standard. So
I would argue
I can't trust you.
No, I know. Why is she she shouldn't even be at base camp?
No,
I'll tell you
why.
Because if her burpees looked great, she'd probably be on the 4th row of the mountain.
She's notorious for moving like shit, right?
Okay, you can say she's notorious for that. If she makes the games, which I think she's going to get a penalty and she's going to have to go to syndicate, and it's not a given that she's going to make the games. If she makes the games, she's in the running to be top 10 fittest women in the world. I'm not going to take her off of everything because of that. But you should know how to do freaking burpees, especially when you see Hiller's burpee post. I thought that was very telling. All of the other 9 girls or 10 girls are chest, elbows up high. She's the only one that doesn't look like that. And that's on her. It's on her camp. I don't care about the drama. I don't care about who's Instagramming who. I don't care about Torres saying all the athletes are under pressure. Don't let people get to you. I promise you, Matt Torres, I've had more mean things said about me than any one of these athletes ever. Okay? I don't care about any of that. You should be able to do burpees correctly. My burpees would look better than Brooke Wells, and that's saying a lot.
John would get more reps in this workout than Brooke Wells anyway. If you're one of these dumb motherfuckers that thinks that your rib cage is your chest, then you should be fine with these athletes just laying down on their back and standing back up for burpees.
See, I'll disagree totally.
That's their rib cage.
I think she knows exactly how to do burpees because you have to try not to do them if you're doing them the way she did them. You're actively staying away from the burpees.
Then leave, Ortega. Bye.
I care about you, John. That's why I want you to move well.
I will say this. I think Taylor and Bryson are so anal about movement. It's ridiculous sometimes. And I don't like it. And we disagree a lot when it comes to this. So when we are both in agreement, that means you are really, really wrong. Is that fair?
That was a long
I would say
compliment.
that it's only being anal when it comes to points of performance, but it's not being anal when it comes to standards. Because that's how you test people. We're literally comparing things. It's supposed to be everyone's doing the same
guys
thing.
are much stricter than I am when it comes to that stuff. But
John, it's not a strict thing. It's a yes or no thing. It's binary.
Right.
Rep or no rep.
Okay. I'm saying I would say yes more often than you guys would.
Yeah, pull up Maris's comment.
Yeah, I want to see. You're joking.
That's because I'm real. If someone's you did not. If someone's score comes out
doing
of
what?
Charlotte
How are
and it
you
says Bryson
together?
Damonte was their judge, you know the reps were fucking good.
Oh God, you're an asshole.
You're the worst, dude.
I'm no rep
You're
Maris
the
on
fucking
over
worst.
30 chest to bar pull-ups, and I told her, she started crying, and I said, it's chest to bar, not chest close to bar. You got to touch your chest.
Dude.
Hey, no, that's an easy one though. I think I would no rep the same thing. Like if
You just don't say anything. You just say
no.
Over 30?
and touch the bar.
Hey,
Yeah.
I would say,
You
hey,
just say
girl,
shrug, and then you
let's
keep
just
going.
stop and do the workout again another day because it's not happening right now. I'm
No
just letting you know.
way, dude.
And she wouldn't want it any other
awesome.
way. She wouldn't want it any other way. If
Paige
I let her get away
Samantha-
with that shit, she would be
All right,
embarrassed.
we got to move on. We got to move on. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Maris. Paige Semenza, you want people to talk about you more. You cannot get owned by DeJuan Young in an online CrossFit semifinal competition. If DeJuan, no offense to my girl DeJuan, but if you get beat by her, you don't need to be talked about.
I was going to say, are we talking about her because we feel bad that she got on it? She yelled at everybody for saying that nobody talks about her.
I don't think
Are we
she
still doing
yelled
this?
at. I don't think she yelled at anybody. I actually think she said it very like coy, but that's why. All right,
Yawn.
I have a clarifying. Can you be trusted? So this isn't base camp.
I'm not gonna watch my town. Glee.
What?
This
I
is
don't
not
understand.
base camp.
This
No,
is not.
this is-
I just
this
wonder
is-
why you're talking
This is
about
this
them.
version of base camp.
So are you saying they could end up on the mountain?
Yes.
That's
No.
wild.
You're
That's
fucking
wild.
crazy, bro.
By the way,
Yeah.
we covered this like 5 minutes ago, bro.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
but
what this
I-
mountain is, but these people ain't on it, and they're not close.
Yonakosi's been on
They're
it
not
for
on it.
a
That's
very,
the whole
very long
point.
time until now. Yeah. All right.
All right. Games
On to
mountain.
the mountain.
Starting at the bottom.
Starting at the bottom.
All right. Level 1.
Who wanted to start at the top one time? Was that Spin?
That was
Spin.
Spin's worst
Once-
idea.
once you
ever.
hit
And dude,
Tia
he was
every
so
time.
he was so like, yeah, it's just because Tia was there, but he was so like hell bent on it that I'm like, nobody cared. Like we're gonna stay the top 2 rows, and then everybody's gonna be gone.
Start at the top, and then we'll go to the bottom and work our way in the middle.
Bottom of the row, we got Harry Lightfoot,
Harry.
Sam
Yeah, where's it,
Quant,
Harry?
Chris Ibarra, Ricky Garrard. I know that's going to surprise a lot of people. Colin Bosshard, Amy Kringle, and Syria Miha.
Miha.
And I
Whoa.
didn't know what to do with Syria Miha, but if you get second in the world, when all of the best in the world are trying to do their best and very hard workouts, I mean, I think the programming was very well done. I agree. I wish there was running, but other than that, I think it was very well done. Tyler, if you haven't done that burpee workout, it is a monster.
I'm honestly, I watched what's his face? The British kid, young kid. I watched him do it, and I honestly got scared to do it. Like it looks like it hurts really bad.
Dude, it does. Really bad.
Tom Kingdon. I watched him do it, and I was like, yeah, this looks like
I
it
went as
feels
hard
like
as I
shit.
could the very first round, and I got 14, and then I just kind of walked all the shuttles after that and just did the clean and jerks, and I did 0, 0 on burpees, but did all the buy-in. I did 0, 0, 0, 0, and then I did 12 in the last round. That was and I was hurting so
You know the workout's
bad.
over if you don't get one burpee.
I did the whole buy-in. That's what it said to do.
No, it's one burpee. You have to get one burpee.
Well, I had time. We can count 1 on all of them. But,
See, this is the standards thing. It's a binary yes or
did,
no.
uh,
You do a burpee or
did
not.
I had time. I just didn't want to. I was
Did
just
your
we
all-
were hurting.
Back light up. I imagine my back would just be on fire the entire time.
It was just quads on the clean and jerks for me.
I just couldn't breathe.
So
The
no.
clean and jerks were all muscular for me. That was my limiter.
Back to Miss Mayha.
The only thing I want to talk about in this row, I think it's Ricky goes down. I know
That's
that
wild.
workout's really hard for him, that workout too, but he had to redo it to barely get in. And I want to think about this. What have we seen from Ricky in the last year and a half that means he should be higher on this mountain?
He innovated the burpee.
from Sam Quant?
The only thing I would say,
ill.
I don't think that he's in a completely wrong spot, John. I would just say because of how bad Ricky's overhead is, and we know that, and he's still in 7th. I would maybe put him
also
one row higher.
Well, here's now when you make these things, you have to make decisions, and this was the decision to put him on this row. Because let's go to the next row.
Right.
Next
row
row
should be higher. And
Tyler, go to the next row. So we'll talk about Ricky. This is the all girls row, and I can't put Ricky in the all girls row, right?
Like,
and so
what,
then I would put,
just like because is that just because?
No, because none of these
now
girls,
you're getting the vibe.
None of these girls have earned. Caleb, listen. None of these None of these women have earned the right to be higher than this. Okay, so because they'd have to be over people in this, and none of them did. And Ricky was the last one. I'm not going to put Ricky over the people that I had here. And so
you're not going to put Ricky over. You're going to put Haley Adams above.
No,
Ricky
it's
Garage.
not Haley Adams over Ricky. I'm not putting Haley Adams
actually what it
over
is.
the person
What's the point of the
above
mountain?
her. Okay, this is
It's
Ricky's
a
doing.
tier
Ricky
system.
did this. Okay, you can't be at the girls' camp. You just can't.
Haley can't be at the girls' camp. What the fuck?
But
Haley can't be at the girls' camp, dude. All right,
Amy and Miss Mayha are with the boys.
Yeah, I mean that's the bottom row. I mean, that's kind of just who's left.
Okay. Different rules.
Emily drops a row. Too scared to compete. And if you say that's not your reason, then you should compete. I don't like when people just skip things just because they want to, even though they said they weren't going to. I think the fittest experience is going to be really, really hard for Emily Rolfe. Her fitness should prove out, but it's not a given she's going to get a ticket there. And then NorCal, Alex Kazan's doing NorCal. It's not a given you're going to beat her. And then there's going to be I just think it's going to be a rough sled for Emily Rolfe. I said this a week ago on Pedro's show, and everybody gave me crap about it. And now we're getting down to the last bit, and she still doesn't have a ticket. Gracie, just same and steady. Gracie's doing great. I think Gracie's going to keep on being great. She doesn't deserve to be higher, but she doesn't deserve to be lower. Fee was super impressive at Mayhem, so she's probably going to be here and stay here until the end, until games time. Haley and Olivia got their ticket. Dude, Olivia is so impressive. Her home run ability she might have the best home run ability out of any person in the CrossFit space. Because there's just there is nobody better at a barbell. She's got Jeff Adler ability, really better than Jeff Adler ability on a barbell, because nobody's second place isn't close enough that what second place would be to Jeff. I just think Olivia can win a lot of different workouts, and she's sneaky good at gymnastics, stuff that you think would hurt her. She's sneaky good at it. Olivia has the ability to climb more than any of the other girls on this mountain, but she has to do it to climb. I'm not going to put her any
Pressed
higher.
away all her muscle ups, though.
That's how she's going to muscle up. Well, if they want to penalize her, they can.
Bad, dude.
No. Hey, I'm not against what you're saying. She will win first place at TFX, and it won't be close.
Because of the programming.
Yes, because of but I'm just telling you, that's what's going to happen.
This is actually a good comment to pull up because, again, we haven't seen what's above, and that could be affecting it. But I was going to say you don't even have to drop anyone to move Ricky up, but I think you can move Gracie up to move Ricky up.
Well, I like the idea of having an all-girls row, and I didn't, and I wanted that.
Oh my god! This is
Okay.
I'm not going to put Gracie over Alex. I'm not going to put Gracie over Danielle. And yeah, that's where she's going to be. I do think Gracie has the ability to move up, not as much as Olivia, but she would be my second pick as far as who could move up the mountain.
Dude, these muscle ups are so bad. Holy fuck, I'm watching them right now.
So far, how are we feeling on a 1 to 10 scale, Bryson?
Yep. I would say
yes.
I would say I thought you were about to ask me something again after that. I would say 9 out of 10, maybe
9.
There we go. Not a
baby. I'm a little. I feel like you could maybe switch Maddie Sturt and Ricky. I think you could even switch Kerstetter and Ricky because I get the whole she has the home run ability thing, but she's just also still really bad at some stuff and can't do muscle ups. So,
Caleb,
I'm at like a 4. The whole vibes thing is just fucking me up. I don't. not really like a go by vibes.
Well, so did an explosive before today. So let's just move on to the next row.
Explosives aren't really a vibe thing.
They're not a vibe, dude. They are or they are not.
All right,
Very black and white here.
I'm gonna hurt you so hard here in a second when we get to the end of this row. Using your own arguments. Go.
Okay, you can never hurt me harder than you did with the McDonald's comment. That's what
That shit was funny as fuck.
All right. This row we got Jay Crouch, Abby Doman, Justin Medeiros, Roman Krinikov, and Alex Kazan. Everybody's got their ticket except Alex. We all know I like Alex. I think she has more potential than any other person on the mountain. Now, her ability to reach that potential is different than it like on Austin Hatfield. I knew Austin was going to get a lot better. I don't know that about Alex. I think she can.
But we know that she can.
But I don't know like how.
That she will.
Right. I don't know that she will. It's there, but I don't know that she will. I knew Austin was going to do it quickly. This row, you could argue, I kind of wanted to put Jay Crouch higher than this, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it because you guys will see what the next row brings. I think everybody will agree with me. Maybe not. I know.
I
there's
kind of vibe with this row. I'll tell you that. If we're gonna go off vibes, this one
it's vibing hard.
Justin's done nothing fancy, but he hasn't done nothing unfancy either. You know what I mean? This is where he should be on the row. I think there are like 5 guys better than him, and that's he's the 7th best person in the world, 6th best person in the world.
He won the GHD workout with GHDs that were not to standard.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fancy.
Yeah. Abby was super, super impressive. Still has holes. I'm not going to go crazy on her, but very impressive at Mayhem. And I mean, I think Roman's back, man. He was 3rd place at Mayhem, and then Wadland, he kind of won pretty easily. I think it's going to be the Roman of old. It's just, are people better than that?
I think it is the Roman of old, but everyone else got better.
All right. Next row.
No. Hold on a minute. All right.
Kazan skipped semifinals.
She skipped everything, John. And I'll quote from Rolf: "You can't just skip stuff and me think anything of you."
Which is
what
why
are you talking about?
Which is why a certain girl is ahead of her. I've had her on the same row as one other girl or 2 other girls. 2 other girls. I've had her on the same row as those girls every single mountain rendition because I think they're in the same tier. And she dropped a row because she skipped everything.
But she's still higher than Emily, who's done all the competitions.
I think Alex Kazan is better than Emily Rolfe.
All right.
At the CrossFit Games, I think she's better. I put Alex in a tier above Emily Rolfe. Do you know why? Because there will always be, there wasn't last year, but every year except last year, there will always be 2 to 3 workouts where Emily gets in the 25th or lower.
So far, I feel like a 2. Ricky should be with Medeiros.
On top of that, Alex is not a good swimmer. There's no swimming next year.
Gracie should also be on the row above. And then I'll leave the rest alone. Next row.
We got Alexis Raptis, Lucy Campbell, Danielle Brandon, and Ariel Lowen. And these 4 women.
Yikes, homie.
I think the podium will be of these 4 women.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're right, Caleb. You're right. What? Here, you tell me who's going to be on the podium. Go ahead. Say it.
Fuck, dude. I don't know, but at least 2 of those people I don't think are going to make it.
Who?
Probably Lucy Campbell and Danielle Brandon.
Why?
I totally disagree. I think
all Lucy Campbell has done is won. Lucy Campbell freaking over. Hey, whoa.
All of a sudden,
Laura Horvath at Wadapalooza,
and everybody's just freaking.
Yeah, because she's been injured. She's been injured since the last time she won anything.
It was 2
she literally
years
was
ago.
Winning.
2 years ago.
You mean
she didn't do anything for 2 years?
Yeah, winning and then gets injured for 2 years and then comes back and winning.
So done nothing for 2 years.
She was hurt.
She's won. Wadapalooza was less than 2 years ago.
Gone.
She beat Laura Horvath. No other woman has done that except for Tia.
Laura Horvath doesn't even do CrossFit anymore. Dude.
Exactly.
Where they did
So
while
obviously
facing
she
strict
won.
handstand push-ups, they let her kip. It was an easy variation of a handstand push-up that she can already keep up with other people in anyway, and they let her kip and break the rules. And Lucy Campbell still beat her.
Hey, Zane, you make a great point on this. I don't know. I think she'd be on the borderline. I know Isabel drops her like crazy. Right? I understand that. It doesn't matter at the games. She's going to have one bad event, and it's going to be bad. She's going to be Haley Adams of 2021, okay, which is like 5th best in the world. That's what she's going to be. And if she gets 10 pounds stronger, 20 pounds stronger, she could be on the podium. And look, and somebody says, Brandon is absolutely not going on the podium. Guys, there's nobody left.
Yeah.
Okay? Tia retired. Laura's gone. Emma Lawson's back hurts. Who is left? There's nobody. No, all the women have left. Okay? Doing something or another. I struggled to find women to put on the mountain. It was going to be the most sexist mountain you've ever seen because nobody's stepping up. Lucy Campbell is the only female who's done anything worth anything this whole entire year. All right. Ariel Lowen won online semis. She's deserving to be on the top tier of the women. Okay. But it's online. I do not put stock into online things like over in-person competition. In-person competition will always trump online every single day for me because people are different online than they are in person. There are game day players and there are game day losers, right? Lucy Campbell is a game day player. Absolutely, she could podium. Alexis Raptis has done nothing but been bad, right? Alexis Raptis, I think, is the front runner. I would say she's the actually fittest person on this list as far as the girls go, but she's done nothing but be terrible all year.
If no one else has done anything, that means Lucy also couldn't have done anything because they're not competing.
No,
if everybody else is terrible, she can't also have done something good.
How did Ariel Lowen do at Wadapalooza?
Terrible.
How did Alexis Raptis do at Wadapalooza?
Terrible. That's my point. They're not doing good.
What did Lucy Campbell do?
What did Lucy Campbell do?
She won against people who did nothing.
And she also qualified out of Wadland.
But she won.
Okay, John, if I sign you up for level 1 in the Community Cup and you win, am I going to be like, oh, wow.
You're telling me these girls are the Community Cup? No.
You're the one who just said they've done nothing.
What did Laura Horvath do?
Lost.
Got second.
But, dude, she did something. She was still the Laura Horvath. Like, she was full-on Laura Horvath, and Lucy beat her.
I'm on this one.
Andrew, you're gonna get a wrench here real soon, buddy. This is Abby Doman. I do not think is as fit as these women. Abby Doman did do so. Abby and Fee have done something, but that's my point. None of these women have done anything except Ariel winning online semifinals. Lucy Campbell has done the most out of any woman in this entire year by a lot. I almost wanted to put her in the next row, but I couldn't do it because I think these three guys, one of these three guys is going to be on the podium for the first time.
Come on, Spin. Hey, give Spin a little break. He's traveling.
Is it Adler or is it?
What is it, John? Is it Adler?
Is the picture wrong or is the words wrong?
What are you talking about?
That's the best looking Adler that's ever existed.
This is. I don't know what you're talking
about. Look
at
Adler.
Name.
Look above Adler.
Read the word.
Oh, I see. I was looking at Dallon's face.
Is it Dallon?
Yeah, Spin messed this up, didn't he?
That's okay.
So what is it supposed to be? Is it the wrong
Dallon.
picture?
It's supposed to be Dallon.
Dallon. All right.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Dallon. I think one of these three men will be on the podium.
Respectable.
I don't think one of the men above here is going to be on the podium, but he has done nothing but earn his place. And I will not put one of these guys above that guy. But Dallin Pepper, Jason Hopper, and Colton Mertens, I think one of these three people it will be their very first time on the CrossFit Games podium.
Colton straight running up the mountain. He was way lower.
You think
before,
one
right?
of these three guys it'll be their first time? Dallon's been on the podium.
Jason and Colton. Thank you, Bryson. Yeah, Dallin was second last year. No, that's my fault. Thank you. Hey, Dallon's gonna be mad that Spin messed this up. This is kind of a bad mess up too.
No, he'll be honored.
I don't think anybody would really.
Dallin probably doesn't care where he's at on the mountain unless he's on the top.
I don't know, dude.
You'd be surprised. All right, next row.
Next row coming up somewhere. Boom.
Dude, Adler's so good. He's on the mountain twice.
Jesus.
Now, I understand everybody's going to say Jeff Adler needs to be on top of the mountain. Everybody wants to be on Jeff Adler's dick. And listen, I agree, guys. I want to be on his dick too, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. I don't care if you're good online. What's the last in-person other than Rogue? And Rogue's a big one. I get it. Other than Rogue, what has Jeff done in the last 2 years?
Oh my God. You're going to. Oh my God.
He
Go.
quit. That's what he's done.
So what has Lucy Campbell done in the last 2 years?
Win.
She won Wadapalooza.
Win. She's
Just won
only won
Wadland.
in the last 2 years. That is all that she has done is win.
She's won more than Jeff has.
I fucking hate it here.
Jeff has quit and also won, but he also quit.
And listen, like Jeff has to do more in person than win the online semifinals. I get it. He raped everybody. Dude, he's freaking awesome. He is super fit. He might be the front runner to win the games. I'm with you guys. I understand that he's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and John wants to be on his dick. He already told us
I
that.
do. I want to, but I refuse to do it because he has not done it in person as of recent, other than a competition that is suited for him perfectly. Like Rogue is everything Jeff could ever want in a competition. I want him to do Wadapalooza. I want him to do the games, the CrossFit games. Not take 20th in a swim and then be like, okay, I'm out. I understand there was a lot of circumstances. But I'm not going to put him at the top of the mountain until he beats everybody like this man has. This man, I think Mayhem was the biggest collection of the fittest guys in the world that we have seen in one competition since Rogue. He wasn't invited, or the games, first games, and he was 10th. Jeff didn't beat him. That's all I know. When has Jeff beaten Austin?
Well, Austin didn't do the
It was in
semifinals.
No. He did. Jeff beat Austin in the semifinals, the last semifinals, when they were
the
actually doing
not
semifinals.
this one.
No, North American East semifinals. That was the last time that he beat Austin. Right? And that was not the Austin that is now Austin. This is real deal what's going to happen in the next 5 years, Austin.
Former Bunny Farmer Hatfield as opposed to Bunny Farmer Hatfield.
And until Jeff beats Austin, I'm not going to put him above Austin. Austin was at the games.
I think
Austin was at
Jeff
Mayhem, and Jeff
too.
could have been at Mayhem. He didn't want to. He said no. So until Jeff competes in person and destroys everybody, and he's probably going to do it at World Fitness Project. We'll see. I don't put a lot of stock in the World Fitness Project because some people are there for a paycheck, some people are there to work real hard, other people are just like in the middle, right? It's not everybody's not there doing the same stuff. So I don't put a ton of stock into that. But Jeff, if you want to say Jeff is your front runner for the games, that's cool. He has to beat Austin. He's got to beat Austin to be at the top of the games. I don't know. Jeff doesn't care, but it is.
Austin does.
It's my mountain, and he has to beat Austin to be at the top of the mountain to be above him.
I think Colton is going to beat Austin at the games, But I also understand why Austin is at the top of the mountain, and I think that it's the right place. What I would change is Adler and Colton.
So you put less stock into online than I do.
Depending on what online competition it is, yeah.
Would you not say that this was a very, very good online competition?
I think it's very good depending on who you are. If you're someone like Jeff, where we know you can run, it is good. If you're someone like Annika, where we know you can't run, it's like, oh, we can't really tell because maybe you've gotten better at running, but we don't know. But also Colton didn't do it.
Yeah, that's true. And neither did Austin.
Exactly. So I think Austin is where he deserves to be right now.
I think Austin and Colton would give Jeff a run for his money and work out 1. And honestly, Colton in 4. I think he would give him a run for his money. 3, they're not giving him a run for his money, but they'd be close enough.
The top of the mountain, I'm fine with. Lucy Campbell, I'm a bit squirrely on. It's mostly the bottom I have questions with. I dig Harry Lightfoot being at the bottom of the mountain. The dude deserves a little praise.
Dude, and Harry Lightfoot is somebody we never talk about. And he just always kind of gets it done. He's a little Sam Quanti, but I would say a more consistent Sam Quanti.
All right, John, explain this next part to me.
All right, and this is the Bermuda Triangle. Wait, hold on. What is this? Someone's missing. There is somebody missing.
Can I pull the mountain back up?
Where has he been? No, this guy, you don't understand. This guy is like one of the fittest guys in the world. He's missing now. What is it?
Well, it's in water.
Let's see it.
Oh my God.
It's Cale Lehman.
Oh shit.
Nowhere to be found. Rest in peace. I don't want to make fun too much, but
that guy's probably AWOL, to be honest.
That'd be crazy.
It's been longer than 2
weeks. Wait. Hold on.
Until it's been 2 weeks.
Hold on. So. Hard work pays off. Athlete, Cale Lehman.
Yeah.
Very
Has anybody in the comments
that's enough of that.
Heard from Cale? I just paging Cale.
I don't want to go too long on that. I just thought it would be a little shot. I thought it would be funny. So let's go to the next
on.
Thing. Yeah.
If you're missing him, go watch Mayhem Behind the Scenes episode 2. He talks a lot in that. Good job, John.
All right. Games Mountain.
I feel as good about it as I have felt about any of them.
I feel equally as frustrated as when I watched the last one this morning.
I don't know how you don't understand it, Caleb. It's the easiest thing in the world.
It's just that simple.
You have to try to not understand it.
Okay, well then I'm trying really hard not to understand it.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
You want to be like edgy and stuff. You want to be different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
This is an accurate mountain.
I invented a new game. This is my first game that I've ever created, and I am excited to not play a game and administer the game. I was up late last night looking at ChatGPT.
Can 3 people play the game?
3 people can play the game. I'll keep score for all 3 of you. Points don't matter. The game is called CrossFit or Cringe.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Okay.
Spin reached out today on the social medias, and he said, give me your worst stories that have to do with CrossFit. Tell me your secrets. And we want to know, some of these are cringe, aka they are false, and some of them are actual CrossFit stories. You 3 need to tell me if they're real CrossFit stories or if they're just cringy stories.
So good. Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm so ready for this.
This is why I invited you, Caleb. First question. I pee before a workout with grips and thumb tape on.
Yeah, I do that.
I have done that before.
I do it every day.
I don't do it frequently, but I've done
I'm like
it
Pavlov to like putting my grips and thumb tape on. I have to go pee.
That's so fucked up. So I refuse to do this. If I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the workout, I will take all of my thumb tape off. Anything that's on my hands, like my sweatbands, if I have gymnastics grips, I'm taking them off. And then I go to the bathroom, and I wash the fuck out of my hands, and then I reapply tape and I put everything else back on.
Time out. I don't really ever wear thumb tape ever. So it's just grips, but I've absolutely done that with grips before.
The grips is just rude. Like you can take them off super easily. The
I just
thumb
turn
tape,
them.
I'll
I just
get.
turn them.
Yeah, turn
though.
around.
They're hanging there. Nothing happens, man.
I don't know.
Nothing happened, dude. Have you seen like a UV view of somebody
It's just
pissing in a urinal
everywhere.
or a toilet?
My grips don't touch anything in that.
You
bathroom.
don't have to touch anything. There's particulates fucking everywhere, dude.
Except like,
yeah, and you think washing your hands is going to change all those particulates, bro?
Well, at least my grips are in my bag and not in the bathroom.
Yeah,
on
but
my
as soon
hands
as you
where
go
my
put them back
fucking
on,
pocket
you're
balls
putting all
are.
those particulates back on them, dude.
I think it's
Bryson
so
actually
real.
takes his
Is this-
gymnastics wrap and then wraps himself with it. Just
I
to
use my
protect
grips to
himself.
wipe my ass, and then I go use that as fucking. Those are my frog grips, dude. It's stickier.
It's the no chalk grips. You just have to wipe your ass with it.
Like when Bryson's got his own pull-up bar, it really is his own pull-up
Yeah,
bar.
no one else
Nobody
even
else
wants
uses
it.
that bar.
It's got hummus and shit all over it.
Oh my god! I will say, if I'm chalked up, I'm pulling my shorts down and I'm not touching anything. That's my rule. If I'm chalked up, I do not want to wash my hands and re-chalk. You got to work that shit in.
If you have frog grips, you don't need to chalk.
Depends on the workout. If you're just doing a barbell workout,
I don't really chalk for barbell stuff.
What are we voting, John?
I put chalk on my beans anyway before I work out.
I say CrossFit.
Your beans.
Yeah, like I have, like Gold Bond.
Oh,
So I can't even tell the difference between the chalk on my hands versus the chalk on
The
my
Gold Bond.
back.
The baby powder on you.
John's going CrossFit.
Yeah, this is CrossFit.
Yeah, it's CrossFit.
Well,
This is
Caleb,
CrossFit.
you were against it the whole time.
No, like it's true or false. Is this real or fake, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Real
Yeah,
or fake?
I think it's real.
Somebody confessed.
I
this.
hate doing it,
Somebody
but I know
confessed
somebody
this.
fucking does it.
I got it. I thought we were saying if we've. Okay, I'm with it.
Question number 2. I slept with the yoga instructor and her mom.
This is cringe. This is something Tyler made up because it's like the most stereotypical thing you could make up.
Or this is something Jeremy wrote just to write.
Jeremy.
No, this is okay.
So Tyler, you don't have to say if this one is fake or not, obviously. But if on the ones you did, the ones that are fake, did you just make them up or did people submit like fake ones?
I did riffs on the ones that were submitted.
Okay.
So
I'd say this one is
this
one is cringe.
Yeah. So somebody said I slept with the yoga instructor, and then Tyler added and her mom. That's
My
what
thoughts
happened.
exactly.
Caleb?
I still think this. I think this is CrossFit because I think we had an instance like this happen at my old affiliate, and we had like a contract yoga instructor come in and like teach yoga classes on like one day a week. She was hot, so I'm gonna say CrossFit.
I'm saying cringe.
Are you
Caleb's
guys just
projecting.
in chastity CrossFits or whatever? People are just banging all the time at CrossFit gyms.
This is true.
Not my CrossFit gym.
So John's going cringe. Bryson's
Same.
going cringe. And Caleb's going
CrossFit.
CrossFit. The answer is CrossFit.
Gang, gang.
I need a picture of the yoga instructor.
I
and
need
the
a
mom.
fact checker.
Yo,
These people
just
are lying.
imagine any yoga instructor. They're all hot.
If I try to imagine a hot girl, all I see is Maris.
18 to
Aw.
80.
Okay,
John,
Mitchell
they're all
Hooper.
hot. Question number 3. Good job, Caleb. Caleb's gone undefeated so far.
Killing the game, dude.
Sometimes I intentionally rip ass when lifting, depending on if I respect the people around me.
Okay. This guy's a tool. I'm gonna say CrossFit. Somebody's definitely doing that, but
Yeah.
I think that's messed up, man.
I would say CrossFit, and I also even go as far as say Taylor was the one who submitted this.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah,
It does say rip ass. That's
It's
a
on
good, That's a
demand.
good.
it's on demand for that guy.
Actually,
Crazy.
dude. Okay. I was gonna say. I think. maybe I'm just thinking of myself, but I refuse to rip ass if I'm in a gym full of people. I will like go outside and
You're
rip ass
fucking
and
crazy, bro.
Caleb, do you have like
You never had one of those workouts
issues?
where the first round of 20 burpees, every single burpee you rip ass when you hit the ground?
no.
You're not working out hard enough then.
You're
Caleb,
probably right, dude.
You're telling me everybody's doing clean and jerks like they're doing Grace or something, and it's super loud, and you've got to get one out because you're suffering, and you just don't let it out because it's so loud in the gym at that time.
Yeah, I no.
I never suffer. I just, let it go.
Or the music is so loud that you just crop dust everybody because no one can hear it.
I mean, I try to sit down on a bench, like away from everybody.
Dude, one time we were doing this running and ski workout. We had the ski set up outside. So we were doing a 400 out and back. And on the way back for the first 3 rounds, Taylor was in front of me and he was just farting the whole time. I was so annoyed. And I could hear it too because we're just out there, no headphones or anything. This is definitely Taylor.
All right, I'm going to say CrossFit. I'm going
CrossFit, across the board, CrossFit. Question number 4. I shit myself in the middle of a workout. I tied my hoodie around my waist and told everyone I was just sweating through my shorts.
I could see this one being a play.
To
I could see this one being a play on a real story, though.
Yeah. Okay. So something very similar happened.
Caleb's
No. I was coaching a class way back in the day, and this woman did that, but she didn't shit her pants. She like started having her period in the middle of the workout. So she was on the rower and then like started bleeding out the rower, and then she put on a sweater.
There's been a scenario like that before where like, and I saw this girl. I was like,
hey,
she was doing handstand push-ups, and then like, so when she like flipped over, like you could like, it was very noticeable.
Yeah.
And I just kind of walked over to her. I was like, hey girl, you might want to go to the bathroom. You got some stuff. And
it's a very polite way to do that, John.
And then yeah, I care about people. Y'all are all just trying to be super mean to everybody. I think I'd say the same thing.
John actually turned the music off and he was like, hey guys, the Red River's flowing over here for this race.
This dummy dude.
Or I put Leona Lewis on. Like I keep bleeding, I keep bleeding in love. Just some type
get
of
John canceled again.
Mix like that.
When I was, it used to, like, our gym used to have like a powerlifting, like a big contingent of powerlifters, and like deadlift days would just go crazy, and girls would just be pissing themselves. And I swear, like some of them, it felt like they were trying,
doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair, Ed.
Care about some people.
I accept that.
If he likes the way you look, he tells you to go to the bathroom. CrossFit, cringe.
I'm gonna say CrossFit. I guess
I'm gonna say CrossFit.
I'm gonna say cringe because I don't think they actually shit themselves.
Caleb's hitting homers.
What was the actual one?
I think it was another fart one, and I just wanted to amp it up. I do know people who've shit themselves in the middle of Metcons, though.
No, I do too. That's why I thought this was. Yeah. I do. I almost did coming down from a bar muscle up. Like I was just having some stuff on, dude, and it was like 95.
That's a loose one.
And bar muscle ups. And it was just you get this knot in your stomach, and then like I like came down, like just like fell down, and then it was like, and I was like, oh, and then I just kind of stayed there for a minute. Like, all right,
cold from hitting the ground just settled all your shit right in your
yes, yeah, like because I kind of like just dropped from the top, you know what I mean? I didn't like settle or anything, and I had to cinch it in real quick. And then I was like, okay, I'll be back. Y'all are doing great. I'll be back.
John and Bryson, you both missed 2, and Caleb's undefeated.
No, I only missed 1.
No, you only missed 1.
This is not a game that I care to win, Tyler.
Question number 5. If a wall ball breaks, I patch it after sneaking a 5-pound plate inside. I make anyone annoying get it, or make sure anyone annoying gets it, or if I want to beat someone.
This is fake.
If it's not fake, you're a terrible person.
Caleb's torn.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Some coaches can be like super gay about shit like that. Well, they think it's cool to like make people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a Ben Bergeron.
I'm trying to think of an example, but
Yes. Yeah. It's very Ben Bergeron.
yeah, like they're just like
Oh, what are you going to do if your wall ball at the games is heavier than everybody else's?
Exactly. They're like they'll give you a 20-pound wall ball, but they added a 5-pound plate to it, or like they threw like fractionals onto your 135-pound barbell or something.
2 things that Taylor's done to me like this. One time I was in the middle of an interval, and on the last round, Taylor turned my damper on my bike erg up to 10 and put my seat all the way down and said I had to do it standing.
Yeah.
And that really fucking sucked. And then another time it was a burpee box jump over interval. In the last interval, he turned it up to 30 inches when it was a 24-inch for the whole workout.
Yeah.
That's it, though? I figured he would do more sneaky shit like that.
That's the only time he's ever done stuff like that.
John?
I'm going to say cringe.
I think it's fake.
Yeah, I think it's fake too. That's borderline dangerous, I think.
No fucking way, dude.
Who submitted that? You should say their name.
No,
No.
I don't want to put it on blast, but I do want to hear about this after.
I need to know after.
I gotta know because whoever that is, that's fucked up.
I'm gonna
it's
say
doctor-patient confidentiality. I can't. It's a HIPAA violation.
Attorney-client privilege.
Yeah. Question number 6. Last question. You guys are doing great, but y'all missed that one, so you suck. I pretend to forget the workout so I can just stand there for a second.
I like that one.
I know my dad does this.
Wait, is it 5 rounds or is it 7?
Swear to God, dude, he'll park himself in the corner of the gym. I fucking hate that he does this, and like so nobody can see him. And there's no whiteboard over there, so nobody knows. He could be over there doing whatever.
And he's got to walk all
and
the way to the whiteboard.
100%. He'll stop doing fucking cleans or something and wander over to the whiteboard and be like, what was that again? And he doesn't have his glasses on, so he's got to like, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely real.
Yeah, that's
cool. I watch people do this every day. I have specific people in mind who do this every day.
You should call him out.
I feel bad now. I've told people like a secret that because this would have never occurred to me. Like, you can't just act like
really.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like it's like a chalk break, dude. They're like, oh my God,
dude. I just got the workout wrong last week. Like, I don't focus on it enough. I guess my water broke while I was doing wall balls. I don't think the floor mats were.
Holy shit!
Hey, there you go, Tyler. Get her doing wall balls.
Actually, that would make sense.
You guys, they are due any day now, right, Tyler?
Yeah, dude. I'm ready for her. It sucks to watch. Like, just she wants him to be out. He's not wanting to be out, and we just got to sit here and play the waiting game.
It's cozy in there. I get it.
I get it too. Thanks for playing, guys. There are some honorable mentions. I wanted some more raunchy stuff. Like, CrossFit gyms are full of like crazy stories.
Yeah.
I don't know that people were like, because they're like Spin or I am still going to see the names. And so I think they were a little bit worried.
There's a way to make it anonymous. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Is there?
You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think where I posted it to my story, they just replied to the story.
Oh, yeah.
It says like anonymous on it. Like,
yeah. CrossFit taught me that I might be into dating 50-year-old women. That feels like Sevon said that one.
It's my main clientele. That's 35 to 50.
We have a CFL1 who's awful, and I protein fart in her locker 3 to 4 times a week.
Wow.
Yes, dude. Yes.
That one's funny.
That should have made the cut.
Yeah, I think that should have made the cut. I agree.
This one was straight up just a confession. I've never done Fran. Like, how?
Wow. They needed to confess to their CrossFit father. like
I've probably been doing 1 to 5 less dubs on every Metcon forever because I can't count past 50. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Nobody does, dude.
I can't double unders well. I said I was on round 5 when I was really on round 3. I'm sorry, coach.
Just a bunch of people lying.
We turned into the confessional booth at church.
And it's all the
There
little
was some
shit.
really
Like,
good ones.
one time I didn't put my dishes in the dishwasher. I'm sorry, Mom. Okay.
This one
I
was
said
pretty
I
good.
got 12 reps and I really only got 10.
Oh, there's a good one. Let's see. This one wishes their coach did more strict gymnastics movement standards, and it's like that's not really a confessional. Why don't you just talk?
They're just
to them?
annoyed. Yeah, they're just mad.
I'm a man. I always use the Bella bar, but I'll add 5s. But still, I feel like it's better telling someone.
Yeah, there's a guy at my old gym who used to do that. He'd only lift with the girls bar.
Dude, it makes a difference.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's
You gotta do
so
a
much
max.
smaller, and like the whip that you have on it with like anything in a hang, the whip's insane.
The whip is crazy. One time I was at my old gym. I used to train with this lady, and she was doing like the Masters online semifinals, I believe, and they had to do a normal total. So she was doing a back squat. She had like a minute left, and she failed a 255 back squat. And I was there in jeans and Crocs, and I just power cleaned it cold, which is like a pretty heavy power clean for me to do cold. And it felt so light just because
Dude, it's different.
Bar.
It's different. I've actually thought of like maxing out with a girls bar just to
See what happens.
see if I could do more. Well, I failed 405 like 4 times, and I was like really considering using a girls bar just so I could hit it, like because I thought it would make a difference. And because it's at this point, it's holding on to it, it slips out of my hook grip, like whenever I'm, because I have very small hands, and we're getting to that point where it's a limiter. And thankfully, it never came to that, but I deeply considered it.
I understand. I've done them like in open workouts and stuff. I've definitely used a girls bar.
Yeah, it used to be allowed.
Yeah. Semifinals recap. I'm just going to let us wander. I think we all agreed that the events overall were good. I think the big thing on everybody's mind now is just the leaderboard. I have heard rumors that HQ is going to do very little review past secondary review.
I haven't heard any rumors, but if you just listen to Dave on his weekend review, it sounds like they're not going to fucking do anything, which is so stupid. Because
if they don't penalize Brooke, then what is the point of even doing it?
Brooke should be invalid. Olivia should be invalid. Anyone who did their GHDs wrong should be invalid. It should literally be almost an entirely new 11 going to the games.
Well, you have to go on down though, and I think the other people get penalties too.
Yeah, I think I think you review the top 11. When people get invalid videos and move out, whoever moves in, you start reviewing them. You just keep reviewing whoever gets into the top 11 until you get a top 11 that moves well.
Couldn't you just do that in perpetuity though? Where does it end?
At 357.
Why 357 is somebody?
That's how many guys entered.
Well, that's doable. I mean, I
a lot.
I understand, but dude, it's not. I think we could do it if we put our
minds to it.
I think we could review every single video.
Ask Killer how that went
before the date goes. He's one guy.
Yeah, Killer did it, and he's one guy, and yeah, it sucked. But that's what CrossFit's signing themselves up for when you send 11 people to the games through an online competition.
And you can't tell me they don't have a team that's bigger than us,
right?
And we 100% could do it. Now, how you decide this penalty's worth this, that's a different story. But as far as who gets penalized and what for,
the thing that sucks is this review is going to take a while. I don't think we're going to know for another week or more, and the whole time Syndicate's waiting. TFX, I do think it's wild that athletes will have to potentially go to a semifinal they don't need to go to. That's fucking wild.
Well, that's how they'll get their ticket. I'm going to tell you right now, Kyra Milligan's going to go to the CrossFit Games because Olivia is going to mop at TFX. And honestly, might be the reason Emily Rolfe doesn't get a ticket, because she will be taking one of those spots, and then that will be her spot. And then the online would go down to the next person.
Yeah, it's so even if the video review process isn't done, if you earn a ticket to the games in another competition, that's where your ticket comes from. And then the online semifinals don't matter for you.
And then it'll backfill. Yeah.
And listen, Dredd, Brooke did get a major penalty, and that's why she wasn't on the mountain.
And that's on period.
That's on period. I do want to remind everybody, Syndicate Crown tickets down here in the bottom left. Go get your Syndicate Crown tickets. I know John's going to be there. Bryson's going to be competing. And Caleb, we may or may not see a surprise.
Be pretty sick if I could go, yeah.
We just got off our call for that yesterday, figuring some stuff out. And every day that it gets closer, I get more and more excited. John's amping up, getting ready for his commentating voice.
Dude, Syndicate's gonna be awesome. And the thing I'm most excited about is we're gonna set up Shut Up and Scribble in the warm-up area. So we're literally just gonna have a table in the athlete warm-up area, camera on us, probably get another camera facing out, and just sit there and just talk about how everyone looks and who looks nervous, who isn't, in between all the events.
J.I. was retarded. Adler only wins, but Austin is hired. McDonald's eating idiot.
Wow. That might be a wrench-worthy comment.
No, that was sweet. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry that I frustrated you that much. But I hope
Austin is hired.
Actually, you know what? You just think what you want. I'm sorry that I'm not your cup of tea.
If I'm hiring anybody, I'm definitely hiring Austin over Adler.
That means that his typo was that he put a D on the end of that because he meant to say higher, and he still spelled it the wrong way.
Higher versus Hired. Like it's big.
Austin's higher.
I made the opposite mistake, I think, with Pedro, and he made me feel like a fucking idiot. I spelled hired as in hiring somebody, Highered. Made it so much more difficult. That's all I got for tonight. Short show. This is the fastest one we've done in a while. Go get your frog grips. You're going to need them. Go to the Syndicate Crown. Everybody, thanks for.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.